Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with some first impressions from the Ulta and Sephora sales. And I'm going to jump right into this and I'm going to categorize things down below. And I'm going to categorize it miscellaneous, eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, and lipsticks. So all that will be categorized down below. And I'm going to start with the miscellaneous. I restocked a few things. I restocked the It Bye Bye Pores, and I did the pressed and the loose. And these just blur like no other for me. These are always my last step before I leave the house in the morning. I love these. I also restocked a roller lash. I like to layer my mascaras. I also restocked my Essence Lash Princess. This is my first coat. And then I like to put the roller lash. This thickens and lengthens. And the brush on this is a little plasticky, so it separates nice. Hold on, I'll show you. That just separates really nice. So I really love the roller lash and wanted a backup of that. And I also restocked the Sephora Lash Craft, and I love this one. And this one lengthens and thickens. It has a thicker brush. This is what I have layered today, and I love it. I've been out of this one for a while, and I'm glad to have that back. Then I restocked the Optical Illusion by Urban Decay. This is a primer, and y'all, I love this. I'm restocking this one because my daughter used mine one day, and she was like, "What is that? Can I have that?" It's just creamy and rich and a little bit thick. Where are the dogs going? And this one just blurs so nicely. Then I restocked the CoverGirl Lid Lock because I'm almost out of the one I have. It makes my eyeshadow go on more pigmented. It makes it stay all day. It makes it easy to apply. It keeps the colors nice and separated. This competes with my Smashbox. Then I restocked my Peter Thomas Roth Potent C, and I'm glad I did because right after this came in, I ran out of my other one. This has THD ascorbate. There's a lot of good research on it. I'll list some of it down below, and I love having that in my little skincare arsenal. Then I restocked my Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer, and this is my favorite. Now this does get pretty stiff, so I put this on and I immediately put my Lash Princess over it. These two together give me some giant eyelashes. Then I also picked up this Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I've always wanted to try this. I got the little mini to try it, and I'm glad I did. Because I like it, but I don't like it any better than my new favorite drugstores, the Angel Veil, which may be supposed to be a dupe for this, but this one's a little bit richer and thicker. So I actually like the NYX better so far. Now that's a first impression, and I will keep y'all posted. And this is fine, but I like the Angel Veil just as much. And I also like my Flower Luminous Primer. I'm loving those. So I like this fine so far, but not any better than my drugstores. It's not blowing me away, but if it starts blowing me away, y'all will be the first to know. Next, I'm going to move on to eyeshadows. I picked up the Marc Jacobs Stiletto. Y'all, I held off on this. I held back for as long as I could, and Samantha March has been loving on this, and it's a cool palette. And I love a cool palette, and I'm so glad I did. Y'all, these shadows are beautiful. They're pigmented, not a lot of fallout. So many great transition shades in there. And then this black is really pigmented to use for a liner. The white for a brow bone shade and to lighten up, you know, in here or to go over your whole eyelid. You know, whatever you want to do. Hold on, let me, just soft and pigmented. Just beautiful, cool shadows. And there aren't that many great, cool palettes. So I wanted this. And I love the size of it. It just makes me want to go somewhere with it. It's perfect for travel. It would even fit in my purse. So I am loving this so much. I've ordered 2 more of those. Okay, next, I'm going to move on to blushes. And the first one, I picked up the Cheek Leaders by Benefit because I was hearing so many rave reviews on this. It's lovely. I really like this, and I am so glad I picked it up because it's got pink, it's got coral, and it's got a highlighter. So this would travel so well if I ever went anywhere. I have on the Dandelion today, and it is just a beautiful baby pink, nice and pigmented, but doesn't go on too strong. Then we've got the California down here, a nice coral, and then this highlighter. That's also very nice. I love this, and I'm so glad I picked it up. This will get used. Okay, next, I picked up the Stila Cream Blush in Petunia. I have not had much Stila at all That's what it looks like, and it's nice and creamy. I just use a little beauty blender to put it on. It's nice and brightening, beautiful, easy to apply. It's coral without being too coral. Probably has some pink underneath it. Glad to have that. Okay, next I restocked the Je ne sais quoi. I have wanted this since I ran out of it, and I thought, girl, while you're buying 500 blushes, go ahead and get it. And it's just a beautiful, rosy, brightening pink. Brightens, has a nice pigment, and I love that. Okay, next I picked up a Charlotte Tilbury in Love Glow. I love this one too, and this is very subtle. Judging from the things I've had from Charlotte Tilbury, this will last me about a week. It's peach with a pink underneath it. That's just a peachy pink, and it's very brightening and lovely. Those Charlotte Tilbury blushes are nice. Nice and pigmented, smooth, blendable, really pretty. Okay, then I picked up an Ofra blush, and I've never had anything Ofra, and I don't know what got into me because I don't wear corals that much, and this is pretty orange. But I have used this several times over something that's just a baby pink. It's a very pigmented, so I use a fluffier brush like my Real Techniques blush brush, and then just, doesn't take much, and tap it off, and just brighten and add a little bit of coral to something that's too pink, and I love this. Okay, and then the last blush I think that I picked up is in a face palette, and it's the Chloe and Malika by Becca. Y'all, this is beautiful. Now, I will tell you, I don't really go in for just a ton of shimmer, and all of these have a little bit of a shimmer to them, but every time I use it and I pass a mirror, I'm like, that is so pretty and warm. All of these colors are just warm. That's the bronzer. Subtle, buildable, doesn't go on too heavy. Then the blush. It's like a shimmery, peachy, goldy color. And I use that as a topper. And then there's the actual topper. And then the highlighter. They're all pigmented, all beautiful. I heard Jenna comparing this to the new Glam Glow from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'll link that video where she compares the two down below. It was really good, and it made me glad I got this because I was wanting the Glam Glow, and so that actually saved me money. Every time I wear this, I love it. Okay, and next I'm going to go into bronzers. I've made some notes because I have a few of them. I'm relatively new to the bronzer craze, and I guess I'm looking for what we're all looking for. I like it to be subtle and buildable because once you get too much bronzer on, I just have to wash my face. Once the bronzer gets out of hand, it's over. So I want something subtle, buildable, easy to blend out, and a little to the warm or the cool side. Pulling a little bit pink or a little bit coral. Okay, I'm going to start with the Fenties. The first one I ordered was Into Sun. Y'all, with my Texas accent, this is going to sound ridiculous. This is the lightest, the fairest. And this goes very golden on me and very subtle. I like it, but I really have to build this up to see it. So I don't know how much I'm going to pick this up, but I do like it. This was so fair, I ended up ordering Shady Biz. So this, and I think this is the second darkest. Okay, so that is Into Sun. And then I'm going to put Shady Biz on my ring finger. That. So it's quite a bit darker. And so far, I think the Into Sun is a little bit fair. And the Shady Biz is a little bit dark. So maybe I'll dip my brush into both and try to get the perfect color. I was excited to have something Fenty, but I haven't found my perfect combination of these yet. So I'm going to keep working with it and I'll keep y'all posted. Okay, next, I tried the It Ombre Radiance. One of you girls recommended this, and this is lovely. And to me, that wears neutral. It doesn't go on too dark, and I love that you can lighten it. If it is too dark down here, you can lighten it up here. It's a very lifting. See, that looks dark, but on my finger, look how lifting that is. It just gives me a really nice neutral glow. Okay, next, I picked up the Anastasia Rosewood. Okay, y'all, I am passionate about this one. This is a cooler bronzer on me. It's that. Yeah, it does have a little bit of pink on me. It warms up my blush, but in a cool way. I love this. This is a beautiful warmth, very creamy, buildable, not hard to use, lovely. Probably a lot of these bronzers are going to sound the same because what I've discovered is when you get one or two, you should stop. You know, once you get them on, they make you glow a little bit differently, but you know, you look tan, you look like you've gotten a little bit of sun, and you look healthy. Okay, next I picked up the NARS in Seaside. Okay, this one to me goes on a little bit cooler, very subtle, buildable, and I love it. It's that one. And on my finger, all of these look a little bit warm. But on me, this reads a little bit cooler and just gives a perfect glow. I picked up the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. Y'all, this is so beautiful and a little bit warm. Just makes me look like I have a tan that's turning. Yeah, that's got quite a bit of orange underneath it, warmth. Builds a nice moderate amount. It doesn't get out of hand, easy to blend out. This is beautiful. Then I picked up the Marc Jacobs Tantastic, and this goes on soft and buildable and a little bit to the warmer side, but not as warm as the Bronze Goddess. So both of those are lovely. Okay, next I picked up some lip products. I picked up the Becca in Sugar. I had been hearing a lot about this, and I was looking for a pinky nude, which I thought this was going to be. But this is really, it's more nude with a little bit of a pink undertone, if that makes sense, instead of a pinky nude. And this is beautiful. Hold on, I'll put a little on over what I've got on. Yeah, it's just a really nice nude that lifts just a little bit. So it has a little bit of a pink undertone, but I would not call this a pinky nude. I would say this is a nude with a little bit of pink underneath it. Okay, next I picked up the Bite Beauty in Flat White. It lightens your nude shade up just a little bit. It is just nude. Hold on, I'll show you. If you like just a good basic nude, that's what this is. And it's very nice and it feels really good. It lightens, you know, just makes whatever you have on just a little bit creamier, and it's very nice. And then I have one fail, and this was a repurchase, but they reformulated it. This is the Dior Addict in 260. Yeah, 260. And I had this before they reformulated it. This is so moisturizing. It almost feels like a water gloss. And it's darker than it used to be. That's the color. That is way too dark for me. I will never use this. I will hand this off to somebody that likes a little more color than I do. That's it. And this is just not the same color of the first one I had. And I liked the other formulation better. This just feels a little bit watery. And it's just not as baby pink of a shade. Also, the last one was magnetized, and this one is, you click it down. Another change that makes me not like it quite as much. So this one was a fail for me. I'll pass that one on. And that's all the stuff I picked up at the Ulta and Sephora sale. Y'all let me know down below what y'all picked up at the Ulta and Sephora sale that you're loving so I can pick it up and love it with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.